Alrighty, I'm now live. Had to work out the bugs. So I got the supplements here. I've got vitamin A, vitamin C. I got turmeric, biotin, garlic, and ginger. I got niacin, which is B3. I'm going to have to mute one of these. There we go. So, what is this? Supplements? It's like armor for your body. All right. I got potassium iodide, got B complex, got multivitamin, I got calcium plus D3, I got zinc, iron, milk thistle, D3, cayenne pepper, I got sea salts, I got fruits and veggies, got K plus D, I got magnesium, I got turmeric marina, I got L-arginine. What are these good for? Lots of things. So first of all, let me know. And you hear me? So let me know if I'm 5 by 5 or 3.5 by 2 1/4. And if you click on that link, you can join on in. So that is the link to join in. No, we will not hear you as you are 5 by 5. That don't make any sense. Can you hear me or can you not? You got so many negatives in there. I don't know if it's a positive. Do I have audio? So while I'm waiting for answers on that, okay, let's kill that. Well, I'm pretty sure you can hear me because when I unmute this, testing 1 2. There we go. It's just delayed. So I'll do is just knock the volume down there. Can you hear me? Time to go live. Checking connection. So go ahead and jump in chat. Let's make this interactive. Put a lot of work here. Got everything loaded up. Welcome to Instagram to my live stream. I'm going to talk about supplements. So I have all my supplements, well, most of my supplements that I take throughout the week. All right. Do I take everything every day? No, but there are some I do. And we'll talk about what they're good for and how they help you out. So thanks for joining in. Good afternoon. Oh, looks like I got a delivery. They're going to love this. So FedEx pulled in here, and here I am in my chainmail. So supplements are kind of like armor for your body. All right? It makes you stronger, makes you more resilient. All right? It allows you to sit there and fight off infections, allows you to grow. There's a lot of benefits. Let's see if he's just going to drop it off. Hopefully he'll just drop it off. I have to sign for it. Okay, just dropped it off. I wonder what it is. So, hey, we might even have an unboxing. So, this is chainmail that my son made. And you'd be surprised how difficult this is to put on. All right, this is why knights had squires to help them get into armor. As this thing weighs, I think it weighs almost 40 pounds. So it's a 40-pound shirt that you're putting on. I do have a t-shirt underneath it so it doesn't rip my skin up too much. So make sure that you're commenting and joining in and hitting the thumbs up and asking questions and all that good stuff. All right. And feel free to join in. I have the connections over here on YouTube. So if you did want to join in, I guess you can do it on live too, Instagram Live. I've seen that happen before. So before we get into what all these supplements are for, let's see what this box is. I'm thinking it's early. Okay. I was going to say, for the most part, it almost looked like it was unlabeled. That was causing me a little bit of concern. Sure I'm not losing anything here. So backstage, all right. Thanks. I suppose I should have looked at that. All righty.
Now, whoever's... Whoops. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, camera's acting up. Who said I ever made sense?
Well, you got a point there. So hey, I got something from the mail, and I'll be honest with you, I don't know what it is.
I'm hoping freedom seeds.
Nah, I get those locally, and I got plenty. What do we got here? The mystery. Oh man, this thing came early. So I got rid of DirecTV. You know, they just they upset me a few times. You know, I used to watch One American News. Well, they got rid of it saying, oh, they're fake news. You know, they're not giving you the propaganda.
That is water, people. Just so you know that is water in that bottle.
That is water. So, before I show you what it is, I'm going to see if we can deduce. If we can deduce what it is. And it's not the bubbly wrap. So then I was watching Newsmax, and then they dropped Newsmax. And I'm like, well, this is bullshit, because I'm not going to watch, and I mean, everybody watch whatever you want to watch, but I'm not going to watch CNN and MSNBC and all the other propaganda channels, because that's what they are. They have nothing to do about news. So Congress even got involved. Said, hey, this is BS. We brought it back on. But once I got Starlink, once I got the internet where I can sit there and actually get online, because of the mobile hotspot from AT&T. Oh, by the way, AT&T sucks. It wasn't happening. Once I got Starlink, I canceled my DirecTV. So that was like $100 a month. And as soon as I said I'm canceled, oh, we have this promotion going on. Oh, suddenly they have a promotion. Yeah, well, too late. So I was watching TV through my Xbox downstairs and YouTube and, you know, your live stream services pretty much took care of everything I needed to do. Well, then I was like, what about upstairs? So I ordered another Xbox and got it up there, but it had issues. And basically, I ended up sending it back because it wasn't DOA on. So I ordered another one. But this wasn't supposed to show up until like tomorrow or Wednesday. So,
you know, my ex-wife, when we got packages, she loved the bubble wrap more than the actual contents of the package.
Yeah.
She would sit there for hours just popping them.
Here's a controller. Looks smaller than usual. HDMI cable, which I don't need. I already got one. Power cable. That's pretty important. This one looks different. This is not an Xbox One. But if it is, it's a very small one. But hey, as long as it works. So the next thing I'll be doing is hooking this up and going through all that fun. So I took the big one upstairs so the wife could watch stuff, and I'll hook this one up and I'll spend some of the afternoon getting it ready. One thing I do like about mine from Amazon is if it isn't to my liking, I can send it right back. So I need to see, it almost looks like an Xbox S. Not a 1, but if it does what it's supposed to do, I'll be all right with it. But it's a lot smaller. It's an Xbox One S, so it must mean it's smaller. As long as I can get all the internet stuff on it, I'm fine. So, supplements. All right, the armor for your body. Now, this weighs like 40 pounds or more. So, I'm not going to have it on forever. You still there, Ray?
Yeah.
All righty.
You're looking you're looking awfully sexy in that.
Woo! I'm too sexy for my chain, man. It's almost like a workout in itself. I actually, we're going to go up to the medieval fair up in, it's called the Bristol Fair. It's up by Kenosha, Wisconsin. My son's coming in tomorrow. I got to pick him up early in the morning. Early in the morning. It means no sleep for me. Because he flies in at 7:30 in O'Hara. I cannot get to O'Hara Airport at 7:30. I can get there at 5:30 or I can get there at 9:30. There is no getting there at 7:30 because you will be in what's called a parking lot for about 20 miles called I-55. Because, you know, Dallas got 9-lane roads. All right, Chicago, 2, 3, maybe opens up to 4. That's it. Little design error there. So I probably have to leave out of here at like 4 a.m. so I can get there and I'll just sleep in the parking lot. No big deal. But back to the supplements. So these are all the things I take throughout the week. I say the week because some of them I don't take every day. Like the vitamin K plus D and the iron, I take about once a week. The milk thistle, I take about a couple times a week. You know, and you know, a lot of times the multivitamin is going to be a catch-all. But they all do have a purpose, and they all sit there and provide you with huge benefits to keep yourself healthy. So vitamin A, which is in my multivitamin because it provides all I need, protects your eyes from night vision. You know, if you're deficient in vitamin A, you'll have a hard time seeing at night. Basically, I just use the force. Uses the force. It may lower the risk of certain cancers. Almost every vitamin will have that support on there. It also supports your immune system. Reduces the risk of acne. And you know, at 62 years old, acne is a big concern of us. No, it's not. But if you're a teenager, that might be nice. Supports bone health. At 62 years old, this is important. Promotes healing, growth, and reproduction. Right? So obviously it's one of the vitamins that they'll boost up during pregnancy. So eyes, immunity, digestion, proper growth and development, babies at the womb. So those are one of the nice ones here. And I did this series a year and a half ago. But it's but with all vitamins, there are some you can take a lot of, and there are some you have to be careful about not overtaking. So always when you're taking a vitamin, do some research and see what the min and maxes are. All right, your top 10 essential vitamins and minerals are going to be vitamin A, your vitamin B, that's your B3, your B6, your B12, vitamin C, vitamin D, vitamin E, vitamin K, calcium, iron, magnesium, and zinc. Those are your top 10. Those are the things that you want to have on a daily basis. Now, Because I have all this doesn't mean I can just eat garbage food. No. If I eat garbage food, garbage in, garbage out. It's always the way it's going to be. All right, so you still have to eat healthy. I still eat fruits and vegetables. I still eat really good, delicious steaks, eggs, milk. Lots of the good stuff there. It's funny because when I go over to the YouTube video, it's delayed. Over here on Instagram, thanks for joining in. We are doing about nutrition and supplements. So, healthy nutrition, fresh from the garden, tomatoes, peppers, jalapenos. That's what I'm getting pretty much every day. I got some cucumbers that'll be coming here pretty quickly. And I do have a grow bag of potatoes I need to be harvesting here. Probably I might do that Friday. Or we're getting a heat wave. We're going to be up to, we're almost going to be in Arizona temperature. We're going to be up to 100 degrees on Thursday. And for the Midwest, that's a lot of heat. So we covered vitamin A. Now we're next thing we'll cover vitamin E. Vitamin E has a lot of really good things. Nice thing about vitamin E is you can take it orally or you can rub it on your skin. So if you want to get healthy skin, the top of my scalp, your face, anytime you get a wound, you rub vitamin E on it. When it heals, it will really leave no scar. I had split my nose open when I was a kid, and I applied vitamin E on it, and you can't even tell that happened. You can't even tell I took 5 stitches. So it's a fat-soluble nutrient. That means it'll store. It's an antioxidant. Antioxidants means it's keeping your cells healthy. It's great for your eyes, great for your skin, great for your heart. And now I gotta put the cheaters on. And brain health. All right. And there are a lot of different types of vitamin E's. But your vitamin E is going to have all 8 forms of it in there. What I do is I'll take the capsules, I'll break them open, and I'll rub them on the top of my scalp and along the area here. And it does keep my skin more flexible, I think anyway. Plays a big role in the defense system of the body's cells. And that's important because what attacks your body cells are viruses. Viruses will attack your body cell. It will inject its RNA into that cell, and then that cell will make many copies of it. And that's how a virus gets you. All right. So it's very important that you do keep yourself healthy. And how you keep yourself healthy, you keep the immunities up high. And the funny thing is, they're talking about doing, these wearing a mask and all this silly stuff they did a couple of years ago that really did nothing. You want to keep yourself from getting sick, supplements and vitamins, and wash your hands. And don't kiss strange bull-legged women. I just got to throw that in there. So moving on along. All right, because I was getting inundated with people popping in here. That's what I love about these live streams. Just so many people have to use the slow-mo number. Vitamin K helps with blood clotting. So vitamin K is one of those ones, if you are on a blood thinner, before you take vitamin K, you need to consult your doctor. That is very important. For that reason, and I'm going to double check. Well, this one does have vitamin K in it. Does it have iron? No iron. So iron, we'll get to iron later. But if you are on a blood clot, you're on a blood thinner, you need to talk to your doctor about before. Hey, Grenade Launcher, how you doing? Thanks for joining in. Hello. So before you take any large doses of vitamin K, you need to talk to your doctor on that one. But it is blood clotting, metabolism, regulates your blood calcium levels. So it's important to have. It also will help your immunity.
Well, if I could interject real quick, I think it's a good idea to consult a doctor anytime you're taking a large quantity of any type of vitamin.
Correct.
Different vitamins react in the body different ways. I mean, you can overdose on vitamin C. The worst it's going to do is give you a bad case of diarrhea. However, there's other vitamins, however, if you do take too much, can cause more serious health issues.
Correct. And there'll be warning labels on them. But like I said, if you are going to take large doses, there's a lot of information on the internet too. I mean, before I sit there, vitamin C, you would have to take the whole bottle. It runs right through you. So when I take large doses of vitamin C, I take it in smaller doses multiple times during the day. And it's a great way to get rid of a cold. But there are some vitamins. Vitamin A, if you take large doses, is going to cause you some serious issues. So yes, you should read the bottle, read the warnings, do some research. All right. The reason I'm doing all these things is I researched them. Some things will interact with each other. Vitamin B3 and zinc at the same time don't get along. If you take a big dosage of it, trust me, I've done this. Where all of a sudden I got blotchy and I'm like, that's not good. So I did some research on it and going, I don't want to take a zinc pill and then a B3 or an NEC pill at the same time, especially on an empty stomach. Vitamins and minerals are best taken with food, so they dissolve slower in there. But you're right. More is not necessarily better. So anytime you do that, do some research, and start out slow. Don't take huge amounts right at the beginning and see how it, but then like I said, if you are on medications, you need to talk to your doctor. Now, luckily for me, I'm on 0 medications, and I believe this has a lot to do with it, and probably my diet and exercise doesn't hurt. Better scroll up. I bet you. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh, I got all sorts of people here. Are you set up for freedom handheld practice? Oh, I am definitely set up for it. Sorry about not getting back to you so soon. My phone doesn't keep scrolling up on the comments on my Instagram, so I've been missing a few things. Let me see. What is 500 bench coming? I don't know. That might be beyond me. Doesn't mean I won't keep trying. Day's going really well. It's going to be hot, but I'm not at work yet. When I get to work, then it's going to not be fun. Let me see. Yeah, it sucks getting old. Chainmail, yes. My son made this when he was in junior high.
Wow, and it still fits you.
He made it large. And it's a tight fit. Trust me. I wore this at that medieval fair for about an hour, and then I had to take it off. It was starting to pinch me a little bit.
So when you go to that medieval fair, are you going to wear that, your kilt, and carry around your sword?
Well, if I carry around the sword, I have to wrap it in something. You can't go under, even though they sell you edged weapons there. I would have to have it in like a leather sheath or something like that. But no, I don't really go in costume. I threw this in there. My son's going to be with me. He can wear it too. He might do it. I don't know. But like I said, after about an hour, 40-pound shirt starts to get a little heavy on you. Hey, you guys, how you doing? So here, let me say hello to a few people here. Appreciate you guys coming in. Do I have a claymore? Why don't you should ask that? The question was, do I have a claymore? And the answer is, yes, I do. And for discussion, it's a nice one-handed weapon. For everybody else, it's a two-handed weapon. Just kidding. So my son same one that made this, had this forged for me. It was forged in Spain and sent over to me, and he gave it to me for my either birthday or Father's Day. But actually, this kind of counted as birthday, Father's Day, and Christmas present. Because I know what he spent on it. It was a lot of money. So yes, I do have a Claymore.
Nah, that's a MacBean toothpick.
It's right, more of a letter opener. I have other fun things too, but I'm on YouTube. Don't want to trigger anybody. Get it? Trigger? Oh, someone stopped me. I am doing fine. I'm doing fine. So if you do want to join in, and you're welcome, I think I can support up to 4. Just click that link, and you can be the next one on live at MacBean Scottish Fitness. Woo! Something like that. So supplements, let's go back. So I digress. Next thing is iron. So iron is kind of interesting. It's one of those things that a lot of people do not get enough of. Keep out of reach of children. This is one of the things that too much can be lethal. All right, so this is something I only take once a week, and that's iron. I take this once a week. All right, because I am getting a lot of iron. Come on. From my food. Enjoy your beer. It's actually water. I use these as water bottles. Now, initially it was beer, but that was a long time ago. And I still drink it as beer sometimes, but I save them. The glass jars are really good. No, not the same as the one in the Army. Yeah, Claymore in the Army, yeah, they catch you up too. So this is water for my, and I just use them. I've got like 6 of them in the fridge. I use them as water bottles because you want to store water in either glass or stainless, not really plastic. It just makes it easier to ship. So iron. All right, sources of iron and other components of the diet. Digestive health. It's one of those ones that you want to take in the presence of vitamin C. If you're deficient in iron, some of the things are fatigue, dizziness, hair loss, not necessarily, but it can be low immunity. So iron is important for your hemoglobin to carry oxygen to your muscles, and that's why you'd be fatigued if you didn't have it. If you take too much, it can cause stomach issues. Vitamin C helps absorb the iron. If you're a vegetarian, you need to take almost twice as much iron as a regular person because you are not getting it from your food enough. Things that are good in iron: clams, dark chocolate, oysters, spinach, liver. All right, benefits. It protects the main vital functions of the body, general energy and focus, digestive system, immune system, regulation of body temperatures. And another thing, when you're pregnant, it's important to have it, obviously, because you are also now supplying for 2, not just 1, with it as a life in there. So that's the other thing. Let me catch up on here. Dun, dun, dun. All righty. We got Jack. Boom, boom, boom. So remember, I'll keep posting the link until I get more people in here. We have ways of making you talk. This is what I picked out of the garden this morning. Tomatoes, green peppers, jalapenos.
Those look like some good maters there.
Those are good maters. Now, I pick them when they're still a little orange. They're orange glad I got them. Someone stop me. Now let them right up. Zinc. Another thing I think is very important. If you're into fitness, a lot of times you go to the supplement store and they're selling you what's called ZMA. It's basically zinc, magnesium, and anhydrous. Don't have to spend all that money on ZMA. You can buy zinc. And you can buy, there it is. You can buy, no way to find it. Magnesium. Now, I do have more in my bag for work, which is just the same stuff as here in case I forget to take it during the day. I'm not going to take 20 pills at one time. That would be silly. Zinc and magnesium. Magnesium is involved in over 600 body functions and reactions. So zinc, extremely important. And magnesium also. And probably if you're eating garbage food, this is something that you're not getting enough of. Now remember, supplements are not to replace, they are to add to. Now I'm going to start getting the skillet ready to cook. What is it I'm going to start cooking? Starts with a B, ends with an N. It's good to take zinc and magnesium together, but not necessary. That's why they sell you that ZMA. Healthy skin, ability to heal, anti-inflammatory, supports eye health, immune support, helps you protect B cells and T cells, which goes out, searches and destroys the bad things. 15% of adults do not have enough zinc. Iron, that number is even higher. I wrote it down here somewhere. Thought I wrote it down here somewhere. But I think like 40% of the population is deficient in iron. Magnesium involved over 600 chemical reactions in your body. Helps your nerves to transmit metabolism of carbs, regulated blood pressure, so it's good if you have high blood pressure. DNA and RNA proteins, healthy sleep. They do say taking magnesium about an hour before you're going to go to bed is good for you. It helps you fall asleep, and I do need that. 43% of adults do not have enough magnesium. So other things that if you are really deficient, fatigue, weakness, nausea, blood sugar is bad, bone strength is weak. These are why you want to make sure you eat a healthy diet. But in today's food chain, to eat healthy is difficult, to say the least. Randy, how are we doing? Good morning. Thanks for joining in. A lot of people are deficient in that. I had how do I get my photo onto YouTube under my name? You gotta go into Studio. So you gotta go into YouTube Studio, right? So if you click like you're at little circle that probably just says YouTube or whatever, you know, that circle that has the R. If you click on there, I think one will say your channel, another one will say YouTube Studio. If you click Studio, I do believe then you can go into settings and you can add pictures and stuff like that.
Yes, sir.
Here, because to be honest with you, my daughters did all that stuff on mine. They set it up for me. So let me see if I haven't missed anybody. Yeah, there are a few ways I got to get out here too. I do appreciate everybody joining in. In the chat, no, you got to do that in your channel. Then it'll show up in chat. Man, I'm busy. I got another delivery coming. So what I have is I have driveway alarms. I have one up by the front, and then I have one when you come up to the deck. So I just had FedEx come with my new Xbox, and now I got UPS. Should I create him out there by Claymore? Ah, what is your favorite color? To cross the deck, you must answer these questions 3. If he knows Monty Python, it might be kind of fun.
Now, on the table there, and because I know that you are very big in working out, do you have potassium?
I do. I don't have it on the table. I do have that in my bag. How we doing? Gotta stay protected up. I see that. It's like K-mail. I know him, so I figured about that. So, we just got a letter.
Looks like an Amazon package.
This one is a different one, which I'm going to evaluate. So, and I don't even know if I can pronounce this right. Ashwagandha.
Oh, I've heard of that one.
Right. So it's supposed to naturally increase your testosterone and help you with mental well-being. One of my subscribers and someone I trained been on this for a couple of weeks, and he said it was really helpful. So I've said I'm going to try it and kind of evaluate it and see how it is. I've already did the research on it. There was a lot of positive research, so I went ahead and ordered it. All the stuff showing up early. This is great. So, what are we getting ready to put in the skillet?
Bacon.
Bacon.
But the reason I mentioned potassium is it's vital in your muscles to relax them. A lot of people don't realize you get a muscle cramp. Eating a banana, taking something with potassium in it will help you get rid of that muscle cramp a whole lot quicker.
Yeah, I have a Chiquita banana, and I'm here to say, what is your quest? To seek the grail. I was answering Jack. I am well versed.
His quest is to seek out the bacon.
Yeah, so the cook is the bacon. So bananas. So I grind one of these up in my shake every morning. This is a natural way to get it. Because even when you're taking potassium in a pill form, if you read at it, it's only 3% of what you need. All right. Now, I'm not telling you to take a handful of pills. It's only 3%. So it's not replacing anything. I'm just letting you know. Now, because I got so many maters, and I love my maters that I maters, I've been eating BLTs and, well, actually just some BTs. The lettuce is not necessarily needed. It's nice to have, but the lettuce I got in the garden now is going to seed. And once it goes to seed, it gets real bitter. Or I should say more bitter.
Well, I think the lettuce that you're growing,
more seed.
I think the lettuce that you're growing actually has more nutritional value than like the iceberg lettuce.
Oh, it does. Iceberg lettuce is just convenient.
Is filler.
Head, so you can store a lot of it, but and at first I did not prefer the leaf lettuce. But over the decades, yes, it's become a favorite. So, but the nice thing about lettuce is it is a cold water crop. So I've had this on for a while. So I'm going to change out of it. I'll be right back. I literally have to almost hang upside down to get this off me.
Hey, that could make for a good YouTube short.
Could also make, trust me. I'd be MOON. That spells mooned. I'll be right back.
Well, Jack, again, that's, very important to consult a doctor anytime you're taking large quantities of specific vitamins.
Damn.
I only carried potassium with me when I was actually hitting the gym, and I was only doing treadmill, cardio, but I'd always carry potassium with me just in case my muscles started cramping up.
There you go.
And then I would take some potassium, as that's actually what your body needs in order to signal your muscles to relax.
No, I don't know, Randy. You might have to Google that. I don't know if you have to have a channel to do that or not.
No, he's got a channel.
Yeah,
Believe it or not, if his name is showing up, he's got a channel, or she.
Yeah, Randy's a she. Did you misgender her? You could go to jail in Michigan for that.
Yeah.
Better be careful. I'll get demonized. Look, it's Count D-Money. D-Money. That was a workout. For a minute, I thought I was going to be wearing that shirt all day.
Could be your safety shirt at work.
Yeah. So I pass out. All right, it's going to get in the 90s today. And you can add about 15 degrees where I'm at the furnace.
Let's see, we have monsoons rolling through today, so it's actually, for the first time in a long time, it hasn't been 100 and screw you at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, 100 and just die. So, my daughter lives out there. And we went out in, I think it was July, or maybe it was June. I think it was early July for the wedding shower. The wife went to it, I didn't. I went and actually had lunch with some of my friends out there. This was a couple years ago. And I think it was a couple years ago. Yes, 2 years ago. And it was 114 degrees. I was like, you gotta be kidding me.
And that was in the shade.
It was 114 no matter where you're at. And I did find some gyms to go to. At the time, they lived in San Can Valley. So there was actually some gyms to go to.
Yeah.
And, thank God for a remote start. I let the car run for 5 minutes, get in there, drive. Of course, time I got to the car, I was sweating. Drive, get out of the car, walk into the gym, I'm sweating. Work out. Reverse the same stuff, and then, man, it was terrible. And in August, we were there for the wedding, but we were up in Flagstaff, which is cooler by a good 20 degrees. It was like in the 80s. So Flagstaff, because it's a mile and a half in the air, is far more doable.
Well, see, that's one thing about out here in the valley is almost every car, regardless of age, always has air conditioning.
Oh, you got to.
Now, when you're in a used car market, any car in Arizona that doesn't have air conditioning, you automatically take out $1,500.
Or they'll send it up north. So vitamin D3, your body produces it naturally when you're out in the sun. Depending on your ability to tan, and the better your ability, the longer you have to be out there. But generally about 15 to 20 minutes, your body will produce all the vitamin D it needs. You also get it from a lot of veggies and supplements. The absorption of calcium and phosphorus is done better with vitamin D. So like my wife does on calcium citrate, plus D3. That's for strong bones. I take it too. Same reason, strong bones. So for growth and development of bones and teeth, resistance to certain diseases, it fights disease. It's great immune kicker. Decreased chance of heart disease, reduced risk of MS, reduced likelihood of severe illness, supports immune health, regulates mood and reduces depression. All right, so it helps you feel better mentally. Supports weight loss. If you're deficient, risk of deficiencies. If you live in a highly polluted area, Los Angeles, Chicago, China, India. If you use sunscreen, because sunscreen is keeping you from producing the vitamin D3. If you spend most of your time indoors, or one, you're not out in the sun, same thing. You live in a big city, if you have darker skin, basically you have the ability to protect yourself from the thin. So those with darker skin has to spend more time outdoors or need to take supplements. So that's on the main ones. And then as I did research in that, I did start picking up other items. So B complex, mood, makes you feel happy, Also the B3, which is niacin, helps you with your cholesterol. Take this about the middle of the day, because I don't want to take this with zinc. All right, vitamin E, we talked about. And you also can cut these open, you can spread it on your skin. It makes your skin much better. Potassium iodide. As in case Russia goes nuts. So, potassium iodide. There's some other things about too. Logo solution.
Actually, I'm kind of surprised that what did you say, iodine or?
Iodide. Potassium iodine will kill you.
Well, yeah, I was surprised that you actually take that as.
I don't take it.
Okay.
Because there's no need to take it. But if certain things change, like when Chicago was gone, yay! Oops. Did I say that out loud? Because of the fallout, it'd be something you'd want to take.
Well, I know most of your table salts are iodized.
Right. Same reason.
And that's why I don't keep iodized salt in my storage, because iodine itself actually breaks down to very poisonous materials.
But you need iodide. You need to have that. It is essential for your health, especially blood pressure too.
Well, yeah.
So when you may not say it on this one, but on the other mammalian salt one I keep at work, does not supply iodine, a necessary nutrient.
Well, yeah. See, I don't keep, in my long-term storage foods, I don't keep iodized salt.
So I have both. All right, I have iodide salt and I have non-iodide. All right. Most of the time when I'm cooking, I'm using sea salt. And there is, pretty sure there's iodide in my multi. Yeah, iodide. Got 100% in my multivitamin. So I'm getting it out of there. But on the sea salts I'm using, no, I don't. Now, why do I have sea salts and Himalayan salts? Because they have trace elements that you need: magnesium, manganese, iron, calcium, potassium, that regular table salt does not have. And Jack, that's a good point. It's very hard to get a big dose of potassium in a supplement because too much is poisonous. So yes, so the supplements are only like providing about 3% because some pharmaceuticals don't want to get sued. There you go. I'm a tall, pale Scottish guy. I'm a tall Scottish guy too. This is as dark as I get, and that's because I spend a lot of time outside. But this is dark. This is it. I don't get any darker than this. and I take vitamin D3. But if I'm outside for a long time, I don't. Jewish Redneck Prepper, how you doing? Shalom, thank you for joining in. We're talking about supplements and nutrition while I'm cooking bacon. Cooking in bacon grease is healthier for you than seed oils. All right, and this is where I store it. And I use it to cook with. I used to be that one that used to believe, oh, corn oil is good for you, canola oil is good for you. It's not. It's terrible. So I don't have any of it anymore. I still have some vegetable oil. So I run out. Olive oil is good. But you gotta watch it, otherwise Popeye will get you. All right, throw that in there. So strong to the finish. And I eat my spinach. So other things I got here. What else? Zinc. We talked about zinc. D3. K2. So K is very powerful for you to have too. And it absorbs better in the presence of vitamin D. So some things absorb better. Vitamin D helps you to absorb calcium, phosphorus, vitamin K. Vitamin C helps you absorb iron. Then I take milk thistle. So I got grown out in the field. And just detox the liver, which is very important. Here's one that a subscriber turned me on to. And it's called Moringa. Now, it's with turmeric, which is also good for you. And it's got saccharin and also bioprine, because that's what turmeric has. What worked? I got
she added the picture to her.
Oh, there we go. Oh, awesome. There we are. Hey, there we go, Randy. There we go.
Now she can go wash the makeup off.
It's a very small picture. It's only like that big. There we go. Well, that's awesome. All right. So we're talking about having supplements. And if you got the Jewish Redneck Pepper here, one thing that sometimes we forget to stock in our preps are vitamins. And that's a problem, because if the SHT hits and you run out of these, well, then your health will too. So I always have extra C, E, D3, and multivitamins. Some of the other stuff I don't. Here's one I picked up. Cayenne pepper. It's a herbal supplement. It helps digestive health. It helps blood health. And anything that's going to help your blood, you need to take. How tall am I? I'm 6'4". I got my Instagram going on at the same time. Yeah, I know, technology. You give me fucking be a pain in the you know what. Suggested use take 1 capsule daily, preferably with meals, or as directed by a physician. But this helps your digestive health and it helps your blood health. And it helps blood, and here's my main one. So this is the one I'm a proponent of, and that's arginine. So arginine, will break down the nitric oxide, and it is main healthy blood vessel tone, circulatory health, heart health. It actually helps reduce cholesterol. It helps pick up your natural HGH. There's a lot of good things about this. And I do take this. It says take 1 a daily. It says you can take 1 up to 3 capsules. You take 1 to 3 capsules daily. I take more.
Anytime you're having problems with technology, just go find yourself a 6-year-old.
Yeah.
You'll have no problems.
I used to build computers, so I do know technology. But it seems like once they have something working really, really well, then they change it.
Right?
They screw it up. Best running program I ever used was Windows 3.1. Never crashed. Did everything I wanted to do. Was easy to use. And I don't know if you remember when they came out with Windows NT. What a disaster that was.
Yeah, not yet technology.
People throwing themselves off of buildings on that one. Ah.
So
You're
speaking
gonna
of,
have bacon and eggs, but I am going to have bacon and tomatoes. I might cook up a couple eggs.
so speaking of vitamins, what would the best all-purpose multi-daily vitamin would you recommend?
I tell you what. I use Equate. All right. They can talk about, oh, ours is more organic, ours is more this, ours is more that. Blah, 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 blah. Blast. Vitamin A is vitamin A. Vitamin B is vitamin B. So I buy the store brand. Now, if they have Spring Valley has a deal on it, get it. If Nature's Bounty has a deal on it, get it. If Nature's Truth has a deal on it, get it. We got any other meat down here? I think that's about it. So yeah, I don't think that there's any, oh, you should get, Mamma Mia's, that's a nice meatball vitamins. I don't know, maybe. Vitamins are vitamins. I have been evaluating a balance of natures on those. And I do eat a lot of vegetables and fruits naturally, but I don't take the full amount they say to take. I don't think it hurts. I just haven't really noticed anything huge. Niacin I take for my cholesterol. I'm not on any statins. They put my wife on one. I think it was a mistake, but she wants to listen to the doctor, not me. I tell her she looks more fatigued than she used to be. Yeah, you can imagine how that conversation goes.
Now, when I was really big into canning and winemaking and all that, instead of vitamin C, I actually just kept citric acid,
Yeah.
which is vitamin C.
Oh, that's what vitamin C is. I mean, same thing. Now I like to have oranges, and my wife buys these halos, but I tell you, time Walmart gets them, these things are dry. I don't buy them, she does. I was like, I don't know why you do it.
When I buy oranges, I always buy oranges that are from Florida.
Well,
Arizona,
the second best oranges in the world.
Well, we have lots of oranges that are grown out here, but the difference between an orange from Florida and an orange from Arizona is the rind. Out here, the rind is much, much thicker compared to an orange down in Florida.
It has to be.
Exactly. Right?
Yeah. Now, the best oranges in the world, in my opinion, because I worked for the USDA and I used to test them, are from Brazil. If you ever get a chance to get Brazilian orange, and to get one fresh, you probably have to go to Brazil or have it airdropped to you. They are by far the best oranges. The next ones are your Florida Valencia oranges. And then the next one after that are your ones from California. And then Texas has them, but they're not that great. Now, we did get some from, I think it was Israel. They were, or I think it was grapefruit, they were very bad. But your best tasting oranges is Brazilian. And when we used to get the tanker in, a Brazilian concentrate, we'd pack off, the 9 samples for the lab. because it was frozen concentrate, and then we pack off 30 for our freezer. And that was always the best. But then it was Florida, which is great too. So I got the BLTs going. Like I said, to be able to walk out and grab tomatoes from the garden are great. I'll also probably eat a pepper. Then when I cook eggs, then I'll throw jalapeno in there. But I'm not somebody who will sit there and just eat the jalapeno pepper. Unlike my friends at the Mexican restaurant, they will. Well, green peppers, yeah. I'll sit there and eat them like candy. And I don't know if you caught my video yesterday when I made the veggie drink. It wasn't very good. It's okay, but I'm not going to pretend to go, oh, this is good. So, if I do make it again, it'll be in a much smaller quantity.
So I've never been a fan of green peppers, bell peppers rather. Too earthy tasting.
Have you grown them, or have you just bought them from the store?
Both.
Okay.
Just too much earthy taste to it.
No. Fresh ones have a far better flavor. But remember, time you got those ones from the store, they're a month old.
Well,
I mean, they kept them in a room with no oxygen. The time they got shipped up, especially when it's out of season, time they got shipped up from whatever country they came from, got to the distribution center, got sent to the other distribution center, got sent to your store, and you bought it, and it sat in your crisper for 3 or 4 days, it's a month old.
Yeah, they're picked when they're not even ripe yet, and then they're artificially ripened.
Because I don't take a multivitamin, I take D3, good, elderberry, very good, zinc, C, and magnesium, all good things to take. I'm just catching up on Chad here. Sorry about that.
I don't know.
So, Randy, yeah, those are all good things to take. Whether you take a multivitamin or not, it's up to you. I take it because it's a catch-all. I had remember I was making those videos of half-truths. And one person made a video where he said, well, staying in shape doesn't mean you're going to live longer. And he said, Jesse Owens died at 45. This athlete died at this age. This athlete died at that age. And so, but when he finally got to what they died from, and he did provide that, we had to get deep into this session. They died of a disease caused by being deficient in a mineral because they weren't getting it from their food.
Survival buzz, hello.
And what it was one of the ones you get in your multivitamin. And that's what they died of. So it was one of those things where, okay, now for the rest of the story. And that's why I take a multivitamin. Hey, Survival Buzz, how you doing?
See, one thing I used to take a lot of, and I probably should, again, it's not a vitamin, just a supplement, was flaxseed, which really helps with cholesterol.
All right, here we go. Got a question here on my Instagram. I plateaued on the bench for 315 by 3 with a 345 max. Any tips for breaking that plateau? So and plateaus are natural, and they do happen for a while. But if you want to break the 315 by 3, then start doing 320 by 3. You can stay at the 345 max for a while, but instead of doing 315 by 3, do 320 by 3. And then when you can comfortably do 320 by 3, then go to 325 by 3. And then you'll watch that max go up. I hope that helped you. That's how I do it. That's how I do it.
Now, Randy, when I caught it, I actually took a whole lot of vitamin C. I was
I was taking
really going crazy.
I was taking 2,000 milligrams 3 times a day.
Yeah, I mean, I was just taking nothing but vitamin C and sleeping, and it took me about 3 days before I felt good, but it was a lot less time than what most people. Wait! No, you gotta toast the bread.
No, I don't.
Ah, that's the best part of this hammy, other than the
Sometimes I do,
bacon.
sometimes I don't. Sometimes I feel like it, sometimes I don't.
So uncivilized of you.
I was just walking around in chainmail in a claymore, and you say civilized? That word don't mean what you think it means. Well, I better get back over my StreamYard, make sure somebody else is not trying to jump in that I've been ignoring. Nope, I'm good. But if you do want to join in,
Yeah, Randy,
that
now
is
that
the
you got
link.
your picture loaded.
Huh?
I said Randy could come up here now that she's got her picture loaded.
I know. Some people don't want to, and that's okay. You've never had the flu. Oh, very good. You never got it. That's good. But, you know, Randy, I know some people that got it, but they didn't show any symptoms. I had a couple that was older than me, I think between our age. He got it. They both got tested. They both still were positive for it, but she showed no symptoms. All right, now we slice up to tomato. Die. Oh, sorry. So we had BLT Saturday. We had BLT Sunday. Looks like I'm having a day too. So, well, no lettuce, but that's okay. The one big fat tomato. Always bacon. Sometimes I'll throw a tomato on the other side too. Got my green pepper. Are you on a laptop or are you on a desktop? Right, because my laptop has a microphone. That's good. I got COVID 2 years ago, and well, it doesn't have a mic, huh? Most of your new ones all have that. Laptop, wow. No idea how to take that. Well, you got to go in the settings, and there's a little bar there in your lower right, and it'll have what looks like a microphone, and you can click on that, and that might do it. Not saying it will. I'm just saying it might. There's a possibility. So let us bite into this delicious sandwich.
And of course, a glass of Fairlife milk.
You got it. Half the sugar, 50% more protein.
Well, if you hit the link that John put down to StreamYard, yes, you'll need to click it, and then it will ask you to allow for mic and cam, and you come right up.
There we go. Boy, that tomato makes it. And so does the bacon. I guess if I would just would have toasted the bread.
That would have made the Sammy better. Just saying.
I don't take my medicine. I take with food, I put them away. So that's the multivitamin, which I do take. But Randy, what you're taking is great. And hey, if it works, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. That's what I always say. Another thing, it's been so hot, and I've been getting a tendency to almost cramp just before I get up. And I got sea salt and Himalayan pink salt. And I've been cooking with this, and I've actually even been taking like a quarter teaspoon with water to make sure that I don't cramp up. I only do it when it gets extremely hot. So I've been actually bought one of these and put in my gym bag and have it work. Because it's generally at this time of the year, it's about 100 to 107 degrees by the furnace. You know, I drink a lot of water, zero Gatorade. That's good stuff. So on the Instagram part, everybody, thanks for joining in. I'm going to end it here. We're doing it again. And then we'll try to get to the gym later on this afternoon. We'll see how that goes. Oh, cool. Yay. There we go. That's what I'd say about it. Catch up on that later. Here we go. So let me catch up in here. But if I could get sound in bed, I'd probably be talk there. Jack, thanks for popping in. I appreciate it. I do have an old mic if I could ever find it. Yeah, I know how that goes. I'd be like, man, I knew it was around here somewhere. That's the link if anybody else wants to join in. Don't be shy, give it a try. That's so good. And of course, the bacon is from the Hy-Vee went to Bloomington. So they do different flavors. So this is the bourbon and brown sugar. And it is good. So I just took the moringa and turmeric. It helps me breathe. I have not really had to take any asthma medication since I started that. Ooh, clam chowder. I like clam chowder. A little hot for that right now, but that sounds delicious. I got potatoes I'll probably be digging up here, thinking Friday. Slow down. Probably good food, you try to eat it too fast. One of those TikTok videos where the person's choking to death I'll see a lot of those videos and I'll be going. Some of them are going, I think they set up. Because you're like, why would there be a camera at that angle? Oh, man. Two watching now. Maybe there's me and you, right? Although I don't know how accurate that is.
Mm.
Hey, runner boy. All right, Vince, you'll join in. Sounds good. So, Ray, just to make it happy, I'll put this in the toast.
Oh, it's you that's eating it, not me.
I was in the Army. You'd be surprised what I can eat. Don't go there.
Meals rejected by everyone. Now, I tried one of those pizza MREs. And if you think that tastes like regular pizza, you definitely been in the military way too long.
You gotta remember, I'm from the Chicagoland area. Nobody else knows how to make a pizza except for us.
Well, us Italians, you know,
Um,
we did invent the damn
It
thing.
ain't an Italian pizza made in Chicago. It ain't a pizza. That's what am I telling you? We were up by St. Louis. We were visiting the Tuscaloosa Mounds. And we stayed out that way. I was like, wow. You know, we went out and ate somewhere, but then later on that night, she goes, I'm hungry. You know, you see this pizza place. Look, we got good stars. I said, sweetheart, we're not in, you know, Chicagoland area, or not in the Joliet area. Oh, I got good ratings, it'll be fine. And she ordered it. And I went down to the lobby to pick it up, and I opened up that box, and I'm like, nope. This is not going to go well. And I seen that cheese that looked like wax. I said, yeah. She said, here comes disappointment, honey. So I brought that box up. And she opened it up, and she's like, just laughing. I said, man, try to tell you. On this one, I'm going to have 2 slices of tomatoes. 1 sandwich. Ah, even the tomatoes are far more flavorful than you get in the store. Oh, you know, there's a lot of places that can grow them inside too. Dorm food, yeah. Yep. We had C rations when I was in, and there were some good C rations. Well, there were some bad ones too. And what they would do is they'd have, they have a case, there's 12 meals in it, and they'd turn the case upside down. But, we knew that they packed them all the same. So I had memorized where all the meals were. So I looked for the scan code. And I go, all right, yeah, here's beef and potatoes, thank you. Here's ham and eggs, I'm good to go. He got so mad. Because they do it so everybody couldn't grab their favorite meal. So don't take long for a GI to figure out a way around the system. Take some magnesium. Now I have a friend who's a power lifter, Bernie Littlebrick Jr. And as much as this seems like a lot, he's got 3 times as much. Obviously, there gets to be a point, where you don't need it, but it could be worse. Spending this stuff on bad things. The one thing I gotta read how many you're supposed to take. How many? Oh, okay. But eating healthy food is usually your best way of doing things. Is eat healthy. But it's difficult to do and it's expensive to do. Healthy food costs more. It's almost like they did it on purpose. We were cheap dates back then, yeah. I brought a bunch of, we used to trade and stuff. About C rations home, getting my buddies, they loved it. I brought the stuff I wouldn't eat. There were some that I didn't care for. I loved like peaches, but I didn't like apricots, or I didn't care for pears. But a lot of people, I love pears. Well, here you go. So I used to barter, used to trade. If I who didn't like applesauce and if they like pears, well, I'd give them a can of pears for applesauces. I like the applesauce. I may have to go get a power cord. Uh-oh. Oh, okay. We're good to go. Yeah, never mind. Well, laptops. All right. Let me pop over there, runner boy. And add the stream. Here we go. Runner boy, welcome to the stream.
What's happening?
Not much. Eating some bacon and tomato sandwiches.
I've just had my dinner, so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's what, 6 o'clock over there?
Yeah, 6.
I got another young man That's over there in England on my channel. And then I got Miss Worm, was one of my moderators. And then Bearded Veteran, he's also from that area.
Had to feed the dogs as well.
Oh, there you go. I have a cat. It comes and goes as she feels. She used to be a wild cat. I mean, I think she was somebody's pet, and then they just tossed her down the road. But for 6 years, she would live in my shed, but she wouldn't get near me. And then one cold winter, she was up at the door. I came out with a can of tuna, and she didn't run away, and I fed her. And, well, that's where it started.
Yeah, one of my dogs is 10 and the other's 5, so one of them's getting up there in age.
That's the one shame about dogs. They don't live long enough.
No, and it hurts like hell when you have to put them down.
Mm-hmm. My buddy's mom had a little lovebird when she got when they were a kid. I think it was like 6 years old before it died. I'm like, are you kidding me? One little bird was that long? So we're going over supplements and their importance. So this is magnesium. You take magnesium and zinc together.
I've just bought collagen powder, so I'm trying that for the first time.
That's what would be good for your joints.
And I believe it said it had vitamin C in it as well.
Hmm. This is by far one of my favorite stew foods. And easy to make. Obviously, ribeye steak is my favorite. You know, we were going over, I finally pulled everything out that I have that I take during the week. Now, it's not like I take this every day. There are some I only take once a week, there's some I take twice a week. And then there's about 6 of them I take every day. Obviously, the vitamin supplements that your body can store, you don't need to take as often. But your water-soluble ones, like your vitamin C and that, you do. Because 6 hours after you take them, they're no longer in your system. Now, the nice thing about vitamin E is you can take it internally, or you can actually absorb it right through the skin. So if you have an area where you took a wound or whatever, you rub that on that area, it won't scar. It also helps with the healing. So any areas I get dry, like the top of my scalp, I'll rub it on there. And within a few days, I can definitely feel the difference.
Just got my box of vitamins, so I'm going to show them on camera here. See what we got.
I can't tell you're not doing video.
Yeah, I'm going to put the video on in a second to show them. so it's a bit hard to see them here.
We'll see, you got it on. Oh, there you go.
I've laid all my supplements out.
There you go. Yep.
Got the pink sea salt. And that's the collagen powder that I just got.
Yep, I do sea salt and Himalayan salt. Cool.
So, I think that's all I need to show.
So I
Got about 20 tubs of stuff here.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Fresh tomato from the garden is the best. By far. Where'd you go, Ray? Do some work. Oh, I know I gotta do that later on today. So today is gonna be day 8. We had to run through the weekend because one of our equipment broke down and kept us from running. But the rest of the plant was still running. We just couldn't carbonize any of their metal. So we had quite a backlog. So they paid us the overtime.
I'm gonna head off here now. Stay in the chat, but gotta leave. See you.
Mm-hmm. So one of the other young men that does a channel, Arctic Fitness, got I think you know how he is. He got joined by, he probably got that one troll. I think it's the same troll. You know, oh, you're weak and your form's terrible. You know, like, okay. I was thinking about that one we had there briefly. The one had like 20 different, oh, I'm by myself. Okay. Which is probably cool. Got my soup. There we go. Well, thank you, everyone. Let me check StreamYard, make sure no one else has popped in. Nope, just me. It's probably a good time to shut her down anyway. I've got to get the Xbox hooked up and get it all set up for the wife so she can watch her shows when she gets home. It's been a enjoyable time. Appreciate everybody. Joining on my StreamYard. I haven't done this in a while. Well, it's kind of nice hearing people's voices, put a voice with, the person that you're always kind of talking to on the other channels. I think so anyway. I'm not gonna bother taking the veggies. I've been eating so many veggies on myself. I'm pretty sure I got that handled. Nice, and I'll take later. So I'll put that up on the higher one. That's my take it later area. That belongs in storage. That's what I'll take before I leave. Now, I think I took that one already. I'll take that one later too. So, the salts I cook with, arginine I take here, I take at work, I take before I go to bed. And I mean, I have noticed an increase in my well-being and other activities. I do kind of take a little pride that, I move around pretty well. And I can't do a cartwheel, but I never could. It was not something I ever had the ability to do. And I do go up and down stairs slower. But walking out to the garden, or walking out to the pond, or walking out to the mailbox, walking down the road, all those things I can do easily. So I thank everybody for popping in. I thank everybody for a thumbs up. And remember, rest, nutrition, and proper exercise form makes the difference. Thank you for joining in, everybody.